Wait. I'm sorry, did she just pull a Gatling gun out of her vagina? Yeah, that's right. Black Butler was intriguing, mysterious, morbid, funny. A show that have Ciel and Sebastian looking into the grisly murders of women who were torn apart beyond recognition on one episode, and the next, Ciel's demon butlers cooking curry buns so good they exercise people on the spot. It took me 20 episodes to realize the Asian guy's eyes are closed every single episode. This pervert might be my favorite character. Silverware is a weapon here. Groomkeepers do their job with gardening tools. Season 1 was a mysterious masterpiece, while Season 2 was super duper gay. Watching Season 2 was like getting punched in the ass, except the punches from a guy with brass knuckles, and the brass knuckles are on fire. Season 2 took all the build-up from the first 24 episodes of Season 1 and threw it in the dumpster. And then they replaced the satisfying finale with an anime-only second season that doesn't even count to the actual progression of the story. Imagine finishing a Michelin star meal, and then the waiter brings out a second course meal that's just a wet paper plate with gas station nachos. Those gas station nachos are Season 2. After witnessing his parents' murder in a mysterious house fire, 13-year-old Ciel Phantomhive is abducted, tortured, and broken until one day he makes a deal with the devil. In return for his soul, he gets a butler. Black Butler is about a boy in search of his parents' killer with the help of his demon butler. Together they hunt for the people behind his parents' murder while also solving cases like Jack the Rippers, saving towns from corrupt aristocrats, and making curries so holy it exorcises people. The first episode is pretty slow, so we'll skip to the second. It's really just there to showcase Sebastian's demon abilities and give some background on their contract. Ciel gets taken by some mob boss because they want the keys to all the underground businesses Ciel has access to, and when Sebastian notices, he's like,
"This is terrible. The refreshments will all be wasted now."
Brother, your child boss just got snatched by the mafia, but God forbid the special Darjeeling blend from Fortnum and Mason goes lukewarm. You know, on second thought, that does sound expensive. Azura tells Ciel to give him the key or he'll start popping his servants, but Ciel tells him to go for it. Of course they fuck it up, and during their getaway, Sebastian chases him like Shane after he's...
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
Hello? What happened?
Woof.
Very good, young master. I will come to get you momentarily.
Azura freaks and sends the whole squad up, but Sebastian's already... Sebastian finishes massacring everyone and walks in the room, but since he's a butler in a tailcoat instead of a giant brute, Azura, who was just shaking seconds ago, is now not scared at all. Makes perfect sense. Azura pretty much does the same thing he's been doing, except this time he grabs Ciel, so Sebastian brings out the key, but... Just kidding. Sebastian kills him and everybody goes home. Ciel goes to the tea party of a guy he thinks might be Jack the Ripper, Alistair Chamber, a man known for his fine tastes and parties. But then they see Ciel's betrothed and since...
If someone was to see the head of my family dressed this way...
The Phantomhive name would be ruined for generations.
So they dilly around until Sebastian successfully distracts her and Ciel seduces Alistair. Just kidding. Sebastian's just tying a corset on.
We'll start at 1,000 guineas.
2,000, 3,000, 3,500, 5,000.
What is 5,000 in 1888 worth today? 170,000! Take me! Take me! Anyways, I like how Ciel kind of just lets stuff play out until he gets bored or annoyed, and then he...
Sebastian, come get me now.
Well, since I mentioned the curry bun episode, I feel I must do a This guy Agni betrays his master to work for the guy that stole Mina, who was Silma's maid, but she didn't actually get stolen because she escaped. And this guy just wants a royal warrant. You see, Mina was tired of working for Soma, who she thought was a spoiled brat, and so she left. One of the contestants puts a secret ingredient in the curry that gives everyone who ate it angry curry complex and super strength, but after fighting for a bit, Sebastian is ordered to dish out his buns and well...
Curry cooked by a demon, and it makes people happy. What an utter joke. And how utterly like him.
If you couldn't tell, I'm pretty good at this recap stuff. Season 1 was so popular, it was decided to give it a sequel. Only episodes like 1 through 14 were accurate to the manga, but that's because the manga wasn't finished at the time, and the mangaka, Yana Tabasu, gave creative freedom to the animation studio. I hear a lot of people moan about how they should have stuck to the manga, but what the Reddit warriors seem to forget is that the manga only had 3 serialized arcs at the time, and the mangaka gave the animation studio creative freedom to do as they pleased. And the way they ended it was pretty good. Ciel got his revenge, accepted death, and Sebastian devoured his soul. But the anime gained so much popularity that Aniplex made the mistake of animating a second season. The first episode of Season 2 starts with a naked boy getting out of an old man's bed and forming a contract with the spider devil on his tongue. I guess he wakes up sometime later to have a Sebastian-looking knockoff button up his shirt and just to unbutton it right after to spite him. Then while this twisted motherfucker is eating eggs, he purposely spills his juice and... His uncle, who doesn't believe Alois is his real nephew, is to come over and is bringing a priest with him, I guess to somehow make sure he's not a demon or something. But this gets Alois' attention because he changed all the mansion's decorations. I hate how much Alois is the anime equivalent of Joffrey from the Game of Thrones. Not only do you hate these two because they're clearly knockoffs of Ciel and Sebastian, but Alois is just such a piece of shit. It's confirmed the uncle doesn't believe Alois is his real nephew, and he's here.
My devotion gives rise to generosity.
Yes, quite.
I guess he didn't go to jail because he bribed the authorities. Anyway, the uncle and his holy +1 get to the mansion, and Alois jumps out to greet them while this man tries his best to retain his semen.
Placing such great beauty in someone so young as this boy. Yet I shall persevere and forgive thee for this transgression, my lord. Amen.
The priest is my honest reaction. The gang goes inside, and while Alistair tweaks out over the mansion, Alois spends the next few hours trying to convince everyone he's Alois, and we get a flashback. Fuck! Flashback! Not flash bang! My guy's whole village is Fenty folding, and this dude is slumped over a tree branch. They leave the mansion, and after Alistair and the priest get gone, Alois starts throwing money from the balcony because in some demented way, he likes the way Arnold looks picking it up. Arnold. It's the first time I've said his name. The storm rolls in, and this guy who's obviously not Sebastian shows up seeking asylum. After deciding he smells nice, Alois gives him shelter. They strike a bargain, so Alois takes him down to the basement to look at a box, but this box, spoiler alert, is Ciel's soul.
It is called the soul's temperature.
I bet you can surmise what's in the briefcase. Sebastian takes the soul and rolls out. Alright, I'm going to save myself the pain and my editor the editing and explain the entire plot of Season 2 in about 60 seconds. Claude stole Ciel's soul before Sebastian could eat it, so Sebastian steals it back. Problem is, Ciel has no memory of any of the events in Season 1, which makes for a bland meal, so Sebastian gaslights him into believing Alois killed his parents to keep Ciel marinating. Claude realizes how tasty Ciel could be, so the two demons agree to let Ciel kill Alois, then duel for his soul. But Claude kills Alois himself to try and steal Ciel's soul before Sebastian catches on. However, Hannah casts some T&D that moves Alois' soul into Ciel's body. We get to a giant magical maze where Sebastian and Claude compete for their binded souls, while Hannah reveals she's the one that actually nuked Alois' entire village because of a pact with his little brother Luca. Now, after Alois has spent the entire season tormenting Hannah, plucking her eyes out, stripping her naked for no reason, and abusing her, she professes her love and says she only wants to unite all their souls so they won't suffer alone. In the end, Ciel gets turned into a demon, and since his last order to Sebastian was to eat his soul, which he's no longer able to do, he's forever stuck as Ciel's butler. Season 2 didn't work because it wasn't canon and it was dumb. It doesn't progress the story at all, and it just doesn't make sense, but it can definitely still be a fun watch. I laughed throughout the season. There's a lot of scenes that are just out of pocket. I also just wanted to mention that Ciel is cold as fuck. Season 2, episode 7, he straight up executes the dude on some Al-Qaeda shit. Mind you, this kid is 13. That's all I got.